So here we are once again, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras. It is game number 2. It is sys. Oh, yeah, thank you very much for the reminder. Small mistake by me, and boom, here we go. It is sys against GoOdy. Sys is currently up 1-0 against GoOdy. It's close positions on Lost Temple, so best possible spawning positions here for GoOdy. And sys is spawning as the green Zerg at the 6 o'clock. GoOdy is spawning at the 9 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, of course, at the purple Terran. And thanks for the reminder regarding the scoreboard. Luckily, this VOD just started, so should be no big deal. Anyway, and GoOdy is calling down a mule. That's what I was waiting for. So, I think a Thor drop is still the most effective thing to go for, and especially if you're on close positions, you will be able to apply some pressure pretty soon. But I know that sys, he likes to go for some risky strategies, maybe a bailing bust, which is a possibility, and a bailing bust, especially here on Lost Temple, like GoOdy ward off his buildings, might be a real possibility, because he's got 2 weak points with his 2 supply depots, and he's building his factory here in the back. Now the second refinery just finished for GoOdy, and I'm just waiting for a Bailing's Nest to finish, because sys knows, okay, if I will just go for the standard expansion play, I'm dead sooner or later. And he's going for the fast layer. The first 100 gas he invested to the metabolic boost, to the speedling upgrade. The second 100 gas he directly went for the hatchery, went for the layer upgrade. He got the second extractor very soon for a Zerg player. There he's got some Zerglings trying to move up the ramp. Won't be that successful. GoOdy going for his trademark bunker next to the supply depot. And Roach Roaring coming up by sys. So interesting choice here with a Roach Roaring. I would have not expected that. I would have expected more something like a fast speed bane build and then go for a Spire, but now we see sys cancel the Roach Run. Did we saw a scan here by GoOdy? Does he know about this? And there we see the Spire, and because they are just finished, so one base mutas coming up right away, and if the one base mutas is not scouted, it can be quite effective, because yes, it is a Thor and it is a Hellion here, a Thor, a siege tank here, a Hellion there, and it's only 4 Marines in the bunker. And if you go on a one base muta, you get your mutas out quite fast. When the Zerg player, the Terran player, is not expecting one base mutas, the missile turrets won't be up just in time. And GoOdy just sys needs just to avoid this bunker. And will the bunker even be salvaged? No, it won't be salvaged, but GoOdy is moving out. He's got this one single Hellion, he got the 6 Marines and 5 Marines, and the siege tank wants to go for some damage. 3 SCVs in the mix as well. How about the siege mode on the siege tank? Siege mode is not even, the research is not even started, but I think with all those speedlings sys is currently having, he should be fine. He's got just not producing too many Zerglings, he's just producing as many Zerglings as he needs to be effective. Now the layer and the one base strategy has been spotted by GoOdy. There are more Zerglings coming out, and a bunker has been built, another bunker is being built, and a siege tank is here on the low ground, and now the Zerglings are moving in, getting a nice round. One Hellion is down, second Hellion is not just yet down, but the Queen is moving in. Now the second Hellion is down, the Queen is getting attacked here by the siege tank. The Queen needs to move away, but the Queen is not moving away. Predator King with 2 kills now going down, but there are the mutas already, and mutas taking out this Hellion, taking out the 2 SCVs and taking out this siege tank there as well. Meanwhile, the armory finished for GoOdy, so now he can go for a Thor. One Thor is in production, siege mode is in production, in research as well, but GoOdy not yet going for a command center. He is still on one base. He wanted to try to do some damage, but in the end he was not able to do so. Even though he did some damage, he did not do enough damage. Tech Lab is now going down. Will it go down just in time? No, it won't. Siege mode just finished about 5 or 6, 7 seconds before this research was complete. And there we see another tech lab, and now the mutas are in the mineral line because GoOdy is on one base. Those mutas prevent mining time at all, and because of the fact that it's only a couple of marines, those marines won't be able to do much damage. And now sYz is trying to magic box both Thor to death, but with 5 mutas you don't even have to try, because the Thor just got enough HP and there are enough SCVs around to repair the Thor, so 1 mutas goes down and that's about it. But here Zerglings are waiting on the low ground, and I would just love to see some banelings. Just 4 banelings and everything. sYz can take this game right here, right now. But he's not doing this. On the other hand, he is even not going for the natural expansion. He is going for a hidden expansion. And this expansion here at the 9 o'clock main base, of course, is the good thing to have. There we see actually only 2 drones, a pair of drones being transferred over here to the 9 o'clock. It's going for the Infernal Pre-Igniter right now, GoOdy is. And Overseer in the base, contaminating this factory. The other factory without the tech lab doesn't need to contaminate it, doesn't need to get contaminated. It's a good decision here by sYz to contaminate the factory, which actually was building anything. And GoOdy still on one base, not producing a single command center right now. And sYz got his hatchery up and running, and he's focusing mainly on the gas income, because yes, you need about 4 extractors and 8 mineral patches to have a constant muta production. And this is actually what sYz is doing. If you want to have mutas, and a lot of mutas, just get as much gas as possible, because a unit costing 100 minerals and 100 gas is considered a very gas intensive, a gas heavy, a gas expensive unit, because it's much easier to mine the minerals than to mine the gas. I mean, we see every 2.5-3 seconds a drone arriving here at the lair, but it's a 4 gas, so about 5 gas every second, about 6-7 gas every second, maybe something like this. But do not talk about statistics. Let's watch what's going on here in the middle. sYz needs to pull back because all those marines, the 3 Thors and the Hellions, are moving out, and the Hellions got the blue flame upgrade already. +1 for GoOdy is en route as well. Marines taking out this last single mutalist. How about this base? Now it's getting more and more saturated. He even got about, and there is the scan, he even got about 8 drones there. And the reason why GoOdy did the scan here right now was that sYz was pulling back with his mutas to this location, to the top left. If sYz would have pulled back to this main base, GoOdy would not have suspected this. And once again, meanwhile, GoOdy's positions, units are off positions. The Zerglings are able to run in, the mutas are able to do more damage. There are 2 whistle turrets, and the factory is under attack, and he will take down this factory with a tech lab. So very good job here by sYz. Factory is down, tech lab is burning to the ground, and he's getting some more SCVs killed as well. He's pulling back, and now sYz must be really excited. Killing this factory, of course, delays more Thor production. Meanwhile, he is able to build more mutas, and as soon as you got a certain amount of mutas, you just can play cat and mice with your opponent. I mean, GoOdy is now moving out with the Thors. sYz just needs to watch out. There's a Thor mutas are not clumped up too much together, but now sYz knows, okay, GoOdy is moving out with his forces, so GoOdy, sYz can once again go for the base race, and he's got much better income. He's got this base still here, he's got all the roaches, all the drones to move out and build extractors everywhere, and there he is moving in, getting rid of the first missile turret. Second missile turret goes down as well. What about the third and the last one? Oh, there was another missile turret being built here, and he's not getting rid of the missile turret just yet. He is just attacking the armory, and if the armory goes down, and now he's magic boxing the Thor is getting repaired, but there are not enough SCVs. The Thor is going down now. He needs to take care of this missile turret. Meanwhile, the Thors and the Marines are in the base of sYz. is still having the spire, so he can queue up more mutas. Those mutas are directly rallied over here to the Selnaga watchtower. There are 2 more mutas, and the remaining mutas just doing damage over damage over damage. And as soon as this orbital command is down, GoOdy is not able to produce any more units. He's got 8 SCVs, and now he's maybe he canceled production or something, because now he's got enough money to produce another command center somewhere. Where are his SCVs? His SCVs are next to the Thors. Of course, the Thors protecting the SCVs, and now GoOdy is revealed. And this is the only buildings he is having left. Factory trying to fly away. Of course, the factory will get taken out once again, and now the Thor army and the Marine Hellion SCV army is arriving here at this location. So how many drones was sYz able to move out? Let's take a look. How many drones are there on the field in general? 19 drones. So we got a drone here moving over there. Maybe he just wants to build a hatchery in the old main base or in the natural of sYz. He's building a hatchery here in the top position. This is a nice position to build a hatchery. Mutas just taking out all of those forces. An interesting choice. GoOdy decided to repair his units instead of building another newly built command center. So the only building GoOdy's got left right now is this supply depot. So he's got enough minerals for 3 more supply depots or for a couple more refineries. So now it's on sYz to find those buildings. I mean, he does not need to find those buildings. He knows exactly where those buildings are. He needs to take out the supply depot, and he needs to stay away from the forces of GoOdy here. And there he was not paying attention. GoOdy is now checking what's going on at this base, what's going on at this base. Will he even check out what's going on here in the top right position? And no, he did not. So this hatchery already paid off, and sYz was canceling it, even though he did not have to. But he's got another hatchery here at that location, and this supply depot has been taken out. Another supply depot is in the production, but GoOdy, sYz knows exactly where a supply depot is being built, because GoOdy is revealed. And another supply depot is going down. So we need to have another supply depot in production, and here it is. So beside from this supply depot, GoOdy can only build 1 more supply depot. So GoOdy has 2 options now: stay in the middle and just wait for sYz to sooner or later macro up once again, because sYz got 1 drone left, and he's got this hatchery, and he's got another drone in production, so sYz can start with some long distance mining. Because if GoOdy moves out and so if I was just paying attention to this alien. So if GoOdy moves out and leaves this supply depot unprotected, of course sYz can take it out very, very easily. On the other hand, if he is only moving out with small amounts of forces, those mutas will be able to do quite some damage to them, because the Zerg units regenerate health automatically. We see this lowest units, for example, at the Mutalisk here at 26, now 27. Even though it's slowly regenerating, all the Mutalisks are regenerating. Meanwhile, it costs minerals to repair the Thors, and the SAVs can repair each other, but the Marines can't get repaired. GoOdy that does not even have the stim upgrade, and without the stim those Marines are not that effective, and sYz just now needs to raid. He's long distance mining for quite a bit now, and as soon as this hatchery here is finished at the old natural of GoOdy, he will be able to do quite some damage. And still all the mutas are alive. Thors did some damage there, and it is this one supply depot for GoOdy and another supply depot sooner or later for GoOdy somewhere else, or even some refineries. How about this hatchery? Hatchery is finished 70% already, so in 30 seconds, half a minute, this will be finished as well. And